What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It, ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,000 episodes, over 500,000 streams worldwide. Wow, would not be possible without you guys. So I thank you for that every single possible show. Anytime that I can say thank you, I say it because it means a lot to me. If you haven't already gotten your tickets for Girls Night Out, I don't know what you're doing, all right? There is limited seating to this premiere of Ocean's 8. We are premiering Ocean's 8 in a private screening at Studio Movie Grill in Marietta, GA. You get to screen the movie, you get dinner, and you get a swag bag full of all kinds of goodies from some of our favorite retailers. So jump onto ashsaidit.com right now. Get your tickets because this event will sell out. Today, I am joined by the Master Distiller of Tinkerman's Gin, Brian Prewitt. Hey, Brian.
Hi, Ash. Great to talk to you again.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know that you're a busy man. You guys are on media tours and touching down different places.
Absolutely, yeah. We've been really busy rolling out with the Tinkermans.
Yes.
Just trying to hit all those new markets and keep everything stocked up.
Yes, absolutely. So, starting off, Brian, what was the inspiration behind this brand?
Well, I sat down with my team here, and we've always been known as a bourbon distillery, and I thought, hey, it would be really great. I think there's always a time for a nice, gin and tonic, and we sat down and we thought, this is a category that we think a lot of people will be interested in the coming years, and this was a couple of years ago. Yeah. And so we just sat down and started throwing ideas back and forth, tasting different gins and kind of getting an idea and where we wanted to go. And I started putting out different samples, and that's kind of where everything came from. I did well over probably 40 or 50 different recipes, and the three that we've introduced were the ones that we liked. And truthfully, it was the first one. One of the first ones we came out with was the Citrus Supreme, and the whole point of that one was I wanted to push the limits of what citrus could be.
Yeah.
And I thought it was too far. Everyone who tried it said, "No, that's delicious." So, all right, let's go with it. And that's where then we're like, all right, let's try a different category. Let's try a spice, and that's where the sweet spice came with. Let's go with something a little bit different than the citrus. And then we thought, well, let's get one that's a little more balanced, and that was the Curiously Bright and Complex. And I think originally we didn't think about coming out with 3 gins.
Right.
We didn't think about a line of gins. We just thought, hey, let's just come out with a great gin. But we loved them all so much and thought they were great for their own reason. Let's just release them all. Why not?
Yes.
So.
Well, we're certainly glad. I'm certainly glad that you released all 3 of them, because I honestly, before you guys had your big media event out here in Atlanta and you invited, prestigious, members of the press, I was not really familiar with gin. There wasn't a lot of gin in my household growing up. I come from a West Indian family, so mostly it's like rums and things along those natures and wines, of course. Gin was never something that was really around much, so I really didn't have much knowledge about gin. And just going to the event, like, you taught me so much. Like, I was learning so much about gin, how it's made, and how your brand is different. So I wanted to talk about the process in making Tinkerman's Gin.
Absolutely. Well, first off, let me say that it really excites me. I think it's so wonderful when I can convert someone over to the lighter side of gin. It just makes I have people tell me, I don't like gin. I'm like, you just got to try the right one.
Yeah.
But what makes our Tinkermans different is that, we're using a lot of really select botanicals. I really spent a lot of time scouring for just the right flavors, just the right botanicals. The Citrus Supreme, for example, has 5 different kinds of citrus in it. 3 different kinds of oranges, oranges from Spain, oranges from Haiti, and we have oranges from Florida and California in it. It just all over. We're just trying to find the right flavor profile.
Right.
And then we knew that different methods, so we wanted to start with a really clean base, so we did that for all of them. We actually did a 7 times distilled base, 100% non-GMO corn, and it was super clean. And then we just add everything, a lot of things. Certain things will go into the pot and do like a 24-hour maceration, so it really gets all those real flavors in it. But the floral notes, so we add things like chamomile flowers or heather and things like that in there. We don't want those to boil in the liquid for it's a really long, slow distillation. So we want all those floral characters to stay around. So we actually put those in what we call a vapor basket, and we put those in the stream of the vapor. So we do 2 different methods. So we're boiling some of the things that can take a little more heat, and then the other things are in the vapor stream, and it really gets that really nice, soft, approachable flavors. And we do different methods for different gins, so that the Citrus Supreme has one method, and the Sweet Spice has another method, and then of course the Brighton Complex it uses the combination of its own methods too, so that they're all different. And hopefully it highlights the characters that hey, I really wanted to highlight citrus in the Citrus Supreme. I really was hoping to really balance the juniper and kind of floral characters in the Brighton Complex, and I thought we did that. But I mean, it's great to hear that you enjoyed them as well.
Yeah, and like I said, being a person that was not really familiar with gins, you're kind of like, okay, is this going to be something that's going to make me topple over? Am I not going to be able to drive home? It was very light, but it was to the point where it was satisfying. So even if it was a cocktail that it was mixed down with, which I thought was amazing, because sometimes when you mix cocktails and drinks, the liquor, the alcohol can kind of take over. And what I liked with the different blends that you guys created and did was it was like it was an accent to the drink. It kind of took the drink to another level.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's what we hope. We know that we want the spirit to shine in any of those drinks, but we don't want it. We don't want it to get buried, but we don't want it to overwhelm either. We want them all to work together. And I know that a lot of people will like to. I personally love the Citrus Supreme mixed with a little more of a kind of, I'll say, a more robust mix, some fruitier flavors. But I love that Curiously Bright and just my good old vitamin G and vitamin T. A little bit of lime, I'm good with that. We really want them to stand out and be unique. But if you really wanted to, if you're a martini type of person, to be able to drink it straight up too.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is I had the opportunity to actually sample all 3 straight up, and I was not, I wasn't drunk, and it felt good to actually be able to taste and appreciate the flavors and to get out the little notes and to, I don't remember, I think it's the citrus. Is it the citrus or is it the spice that has the vanilla that you searched all over? The citrus.
I searched all over for that vanilla. Spent years looking for the difference between Tahitian vanilla and the Mexican vanilla and the Madagascar vanilla and the Indonesian vanilla, and I found the vanilla that I like. Right about the time that vanilla right now is actually more expensive per pound than silver, but it's worth it. I think that vanilla character just comes out, and it's so amazing. It just balances it out.
Yeah, definitely balances. All right, you guys, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll chat more with Brian Prewitt, Master Distiller, one of the most refreshing gins on earth, Tinkerman's Gin. If you guys haven't already, go check out tinkermansgin.com, and we will be right back. You spend 1/3 of your life sleeping. Why not make it comfortable with Casper? Ash Brown here from Ash Said It Daily. Casper products are cleverly designed to mimic human curves, providing supportive comfort for all body types. When I'm touring around the world, there's always one important detail missing: my Casper bed. I can't wait to get home for a restful night's sleep. There's nothing like it. The experts at Casper work tirelessly to make a quality sleep surface that cradles your natural geometry in all the right places. The prices are affordable because Casper cuts out the middleman and sells directly to you. They're all designed, developed, and assembled right here in the U.S. Don't forget about Casper's 100-night risk-free Sleep On It trial. Get $50 towards select mattresses by visiting casper.com/ash and using ASH, A-S-H, at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Get your Casper mattress for a restful night. Visit casper.com/ash. Promo code ASH. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. I'm your girl, Ash Brown, and I'm talking with Master Distiller Brian Prewitt from Tinkerman Gin. All right, Brian, so you guys started off this media tour in Atlanta, which I feel, honored and privileged to have been able to attend. But where are you guys headed to next?
Well, right now we have been, of course, already hit Nashville. We hit Houston. Go back to Houston for a little bit, and then I'm going to, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll be heading out, in case people are on the West Coast. I'm going to be going out to Portland, Oregon, and then we hope to head up to, actually, Madison, Wisconsin here pretty soon as well.
That's going to be awesome. So what's next for Tinkerman's Gin? What's the next avenue you guys
the great part about Tinkerman's is that we hope to keep this line just continuing to grow, and not that we're always going to have the same three expressions. We may keep one or two around, the popular ones that we think that people really like, but then in the future we have. The whole goal is that we're going to keep experimenting, and then we're going to keep trying new things and trying new flavors and coming out with new and exciting variations of what we think gin can be. Really push the limits. So we already have kind of our next one in the works. I wish I could tell you. It's not quite final yet. But then we have, we're looking at things like different kinds of juniper, like junipers that, just like we were talking about the vanilla, there's all sorts of different juniper from around the world. Why not, how many people can actually say, well, taste the difference between an Italian juniper and an American juniper and one from Romania or whatever. So we're really going to kind of just continue to experiment and tinker and try new methods and try and make the absolute best gin that we can. And we hope that, we just don't think, just like we say for our bourbon, we don't think the best gin has yet been made, and we want to keep trying to achieve that.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys are on a great streak with this gin. Like I said, this is the only gin that I will keep stocked at my house because I don't trust anybody else's. I'm like, I don't know about their gin. I know about y'all's. So I will.
That gets me skinny, Ash. That gets me absolutely excited. I love hearing that.
Yes, absolutely. So keep up the good work, Brian. Last but certainly not least, what advice would you have for any aspiring distiller?
Any aspiring distiller, wow. That is, I think, really, it's about passion. And, just like anything that you're going to do out there, just make sure you have the passion and the desire to do it, and then be willing to put in the hard work. Spend the time working with people if you can. Learn the industry and take your time to really understand what we're doing, because it is a really interesting industry, and it's a lot of fun. But just like anything else, if it's not something that you like to do, then maybe it's just better just to sit back and enjoy a refreshing drink on the sideline. But I think it's exciting. I think we're in a great time. Actually, the entire distilled spirits industry is in a great time. I think there's a lot of great craft spirits out there, and I really hope that a lot of the new aspiring distillers. It's going to be fun to see what comes out, because there's going to be so much innovation over the next couple of years. So that's exciting for all.
Definitely. Brian Prewitt, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate
Absolutely.
you. Let our audience know the best way to get more information on Tinkerman's and perhaps where they'll be able to pick it up this fall.
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and go to tinkermans.com or Tinkerman's Gin. Of course, we're on Facebook. We're on like us on Instagram as well. Right now, I think we're around 37 different accounts around Atlanta, and we're going to keep growing that. So keep your eye out, and that's the best way to find us.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Appreciate that so
All right.
much, and much more success to you, Brian. 2018
Thanks,
and beyond. And I thank you guys for, of course, joining us on this program. Wow, really, really great words of inspiration. And keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is way better. Until next time, you guys,